この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りいたします。
Oh yeah, so what was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about something about, oh yeah, my experiences with surgery. So I was freaking out. I was like freaking out the morning I had to get surgery. It was like a morning thing. Because that was like my first time, right? And like, obviously you would freak out the first time you have to go through a full-on surgery. You'd be like, what if the anesthesia kills me? Sort of thing, you know? And I still remember, like, before you go to the surgery room, they take you to this other room, and I don't know what that was, like a waiting room or something. And like, apparently it was like a small room, so only one of your family members can go with you. And I really wanted my mom to come along, but for some reason my mom was not there with me. For some reason, it was not my mom with me. Instead, it was like my dad. I mean, of course, you know, my dad is also, you know, I appreciate the company, but I really wanted a mom's warm hug before the surgery. For some reason, IRyS was with me instead. I'm just like, where's mommy? During that waiting room, I was like shivering, like literally. I was shaking from fear. And then the nurses, they put me on an IV. That was the first time I got an IV too. Like having a straw in my arm, yeah. They stabbed the IV in me. And 10 minutes later, for some reason, I don't know what they gave me, but I was like laughing my butt off and just, I didn't give a care in the world. Oh, I was 4th place? Really? I wasn't even paying attention. I got 4th place. Oh. I think it was laughing gas, maybe. Like, I was just so out of it. I was like, I'm gonna have surgery. Whoopee! That's how I was after the IV. And then they were like, okay, we're gonna get you on this wheelchair. They get me on this wheelchair. I'm like, hey, yeah, wheelchair, woo! Woo! Wheels on the bus go round and round, sort of tension. And then they take me to the surgery room, just like, bye everyone, I'm going to surgery, the best thing in the world. Huh? Like literally, that's how I was. I don't know what was going on in my brain, but whatever they gave me in that IV, it really helped ease my tension. Yes. They get me on the really cold metal surgery table. I wasn't really thinking straight. And I was like, oh, it's so cold on this table, but whatever. I remember my dad saw me off. He was like, yeah, you looked so happy going to surgery. I vaguely remember the doctor saying like, oh, yeah, we're gonna give you the anesthesia. It's gonna hurt for a second, just a split second. And then I feel this very sharp stabbing pain, like, ow! Like, ow, that hurt like hell, sort of thing. For less than a split second. Like, the moment I even tried to say ow, like, I couldn't even say the word ah. And I don't have any memory of what happened next. They knocked me out. The moment I even thought ouch, it's just I don't have any memory. And the next thing I know, I wake up with a very, very, very dry throat because there was a tube helping me breathe the whole time. And being like, what, it's already over? The last thing I remember was just an ouchie that I couldn't even like finish that sentence. Sort of ow. It's pretty funny. That's how anesthesia is. And I still remember, like, the most painful thing about that was probably the super dry throat after I wake up. Like, they asked me, oh, do you want juice? I'm like, yes! Give me something to drink. My throat is like the driest thing in the world right now. Like, I've never experienced such a dry, painful throat before. They're like, oh, do you want something to eat? And I was hungry, but no, my throat was too dry to swallow anything. I couldn't even talk. And they sent me home on that day, like, oh, she woke up, okay. We're gonna send you home in 30, you can rest in this room for 30 minutes and we're gonna send you home. They had to drag me out of the hospital. No time for recovery. Nope, you recover at home. Like, I had both of my parents, like, one on each shoulder, dragging me out of the hospital. And then when I went home, I slept a whole day. I slept like 25 hours after that. With a very painful shoulder, yes.